Bonjour et bienvenue pour notre vidéo. Aujourd'hui, nous avons quelques notes sur la prononciation. So today we're going to be focusing on pronunciation, and more specifically, we're going to be looking at the liaison and l'enchaînement. So I encourage you to take the time to practice pronouncing these out loud because it's going to help you when you're working on the video, your video project. So let's start off with some sort of high level. What is it? So these two pronunciation tips involve the linking of the final consonant sound of one word with the vowel sound of the following word. So we have two types of this sort of link. We have la liaison, and this occurs when a word that normally ends in a silent consonant, so an S, T, X, or N, is followed by a word that begins with a vowel sound. And l'enchaînement occurs with words that end in a pronounced consonant, so C, R, F, or L, or a mute E, so there's an E there, but it's not pronounced, that flow into a vowel sound of the following word. So going a little bit more into detail, we only use liaison and enchaînement when the first word needs to modify or qualify the second word in some way. So there has to be some sort of relationship between the two. I'll show you exactly what I mean with some examples here in just a moment. But in a liaison, the S and X are pronounced as Z sounds. In an enchaînement, the F is pronounced as a V sound. So here we have some examples. These are put into categories specifically on why they're being used. So here we have a subject pronoun to start off. We have il est professeur. Elle est professeur. So here we can kind of divide these into two different phonetic words. We have the vowel sound, and then that second part, or the second consonant sound in that first word, actually gets kind of tacked on to the beginning of the word that follows it. On aime le français. Nous adorons la chimie. Vous étudiez beaucoup. Elles habitent à Paris. So obviously, in this case, the subject pronoun, it qualifies the noun. It puts it into a specific category. So there's a close relationship between these two words. Therefore, we would need an enchaînement or a liaison. Next, we have les articles or articles. Un écran. Une étudiante. Les affaires. Les heures. Okay, then we have adverbs and adjectives. C'est ambitieux. C'est important. C'est très intéressant. C'est assez sérieux. And then finally, we have numbers. So we have il est 5 heures. Il est 6 heures. Il est 8 heures. Il est 9 heures. Il y a 2 hommes. Il y a 3 étudiants. Ok. Voici une activité. So here we have an activity. Listen carefully and mark and highlight the two letters that have a liaison or an enchaînement. You can find a worksheet that has these same sentences on it. It's on eCampus right next to the link for this video. So if you haven't downloaded that yet, please pause the video and go onto eCampus and find that. If you have that open up already, then what you'll want to do is, as you're listening to me read these sentences, you're going to mark where you hear the liaison or enchaînement. I'm going to read these at a relatively normal speed, so I'm not going to read them as slowly as I read the previous examples. So just try your best. If you need to listen to it more than once, feel free to pause the video before we go over the answers, so that you make sure that you are hearing all of the links that I'm putting in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Numéro 1. Les étudiants mangent à 9 heures. C'est une femme très intelligente. Elle est très ambitieuse. On est des étudiants travailleurs. Il a 5 affiches dans son sac. Il y a 2 horloges dans la salle de classe. Okay, like I said, if you need to repeat and make sure that you got all of them, feel free to go ahead and do that. If not, let's take a look at where those liaison and enchaînement take place. So if these do not match what you have written down for yourself, please write down the correct answers, and go back and re-listen to them and see if you can hear the liaison and enchaînement in another try. So now that you have some new pronunciation tips, you can use these in your projects to help you to sound more French and help to improve your accent. So, c'est terminé et à la prochaine!